Hello everyone and welcome to episode 27 of our 1 John study. In our last study, your assignment was to make observations about 1 John chapter 3 verses 1 through 3. Now I know it's a short section, but there are some important things said here, so let's dig in. So we notice in this section, I'm going to zoom you in just a little bit more. Too far. He says, "See what kind of love the Father has given to us, that we should be called children of God." And the rest of the section is really about that fact that we're children of God. So, what do we learn about being children of God? Well, first off, we know that we are children of God because God loves us. See what kind of love the Father has for us, that we should be called the children of God. That's amazing. God the Father loves us. We also see that the world doesn't know us. We read, "The reason why the world does not know us is that it did not know Him." What a profound statement. So the world isn't going to accept us. It's not going to understand us. Why? Because it didn't know Him. It didn't understand Him. And we, as Christians, we really shouldn't try to be accepted by the world. We need to accept the fact that the world's not going to like us and we're different than the world. We also learn that when He appears, we'll be like Him. It says, "Beloved, we are God's children now, and what we will be has not yet appeared. But we know that when He appears, we shall be like Him, because we shall see Him as He is." So we don't really know what we'll be like. We don't know what that resurrection body is going to be like, but we know that we will be like Him. And then finally we see that if we hope in Him, we will purify ourselves. Now that's an interesting statement. He says here in verse 3, "Everyone who thus hopes in Him purifies himself as He is pure." Now, there could be a discussion here about who does the purifying. Does God purify us? Do we purify ourselves? But this section seems to show everyone who thus hopes in Him purifies himself as he is pure. This isn't talking about us somehow erasing our own sin, but this is about us choosing to act, choosing to imitate God, which in some of our previous videos we talked about the importance of imitating God. Now this section also has a lot to tell us about what we will be. What we will be has not yet appeared. We don't know exactly what we'll be when He returns. We will be like Him, we know that, and we will see Him as He is. Now that'll be a cool thing, to be able to see God as He is, not shielded or veiled in some way, but as He is. So that gives us the motivation to purify ourselves as He is pure, because we hope in Him. We want to see Him as He is. Now, I know this has been a little bit of a shorter section, but the next section that we're going to look at, verses 4 through 10, is longer and it has a lot to say. So I didn't want to break that section up. So that brings us to your assignment. Your assignment is to study 1 John chapter 3, verses 4 through 10. Make as many observations as you can about it, and we will talk about that in our next video. Thank you.